This is a lot of interesting things happened yesterday in terms of national security with the Trump administration. Now, there has been, as far as I can tell, Reuters said that autopsies performed in Turkey of victims of in Syria, there were victims of a chemical attack. There has not been broad-based or any, broad-based evidence, it seems, of who perpetrated this attack. All right, so let's leave it there. But nevertheless, and maybe it was because he had just met with King Jordan. The King of Jordan. King of Jordan. King Abdullah.
You were in character there. Like, I'm talking with King Jordan right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exciting.
And maybe it's because Mattis has been working on Jared Kushner, and Kushner called in to Daddy and said, hey, can Steve Bannon, can you kick him off the National Security Council?
Oh, he's
and
being
also,
very mean.
Maybe you should reevaluate what's going on in Syria. Who knows? But Donald Trump yesterday expressed that he can change and evolve. Here he is.
I like to think of myself as a very flexible person. I don't have to have one specific way, and if the world changes, I go the same way. I don't change. Well, I do change, and I am flexible, and I'm proud of that flexibility. And I will tell you that attack on children yesterday had a big impact on me. Big impact. That was a horrible, horrible thing. And I've been watching it and seeing it, and it doesn't get any worse than that. And I have that flexibility, and it's very, very possible. And I will tell you, it's already happened, that my attitude toward Syria and Assad has changed very much.
Now, look, I don't know if his, but just put aside for a moment the terrifying nature of having someone like this in charge of everything in this country. Because the guy clearly doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
I think you have to put aside every moment to survive.
Yeah, it's true. And maybe his attitude on Assad, I mean, not even that, whatever. The policy apparatus has changed its attitude on Assad. But the idea that this is because of the killing of 20 children in Syria is so is so obviously a lie that the notion that Donald Trump has changed his attitude on Syria and that we're going to change policy towards Assad based upon the deaths of 20 children, when he called for a raid in Yemen that killed 9 children. We killed those 9 children. We killed those 9 children. Upon his orders, we, the United States, killed 9 children. The idea that he is so moved by Assad killing 20 children that he should in some way change our policy is ridiculous.
And just to add,
it stretches the suspension of disbelief just beyond normal parameters.
And go back to the conversation I had with Derek Davidson. I mean, he specifically, in addition to the killings in Yemen, has issued directives to the military to essentially
to allow more civilian
explicitly
in Somalia,
to allow more civilian casualties
in Yemen and Somalia. The rules of engagement have completely changed so that we can kill a lot more civilians. But I'm talking specifically children.
Yeah.
On the first weeks of his administration, he killed 9 children in Yemen. 1 an American citizen. Hey folks, Sam Seder here. Donald Trump can kiss all of our asses. And one way he can is by you subscribing to this channel. I don't know how that works.